I'm Trevor Wentworth.
Matt Wentworth.
We play in Our Last Night, and these are 10 things you did not know about Our Last Night. Okay, I don't know. I feel like it's finally time to talk about this. A lot of people ask me what happened to my arm. I have a big scar here.
Can we show it?
Yeah, we'll pop off the shirt real fast.
Oh.
We'll pop. I know, crazy. Here it is. I know, it's pretty.
It's not.
It looks like bubble gum.
It's not, though.
It's not. I always tell people it smells really weird. It doesn't. That also makes it seem a little worse. But
Just weird, creepy things.
What
like
happened is we had a show, I guess that night. I was 12 years old. Yeah, about.
Like 12.
You were
11 or
16,
10,
17?
Yeah, 17, because I just got my license.
Yes, and I guess he was driving up our driveway, and I decided it was
Going
a
very slow.
Very slow.
About 1.5 miles an hour.
Yeah. Pushing
Roughly?
10, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, I jumped on the hood of his car to be cool. We had like a bunch of friends over too. So I was like, all right, this is going to be funny. Everyone's going to love this. Jumped on the car, rolled off, clearly in the worst way possible, fell onto the pavement.
Onto the side. So it looks
Yeah.
like he fell off the side, and it was like a funny joke. But then all of a sudden, I felt the car go up. And I was like, whoa. Like, what was that?
Yeah.
So I stopped, kind of put the brakes on, and then I
Rolled
just...
backwards, reverse, kind
Yeah,
of.
heads up move, put it in reverse, just took everything off and rolled backwards, not knowing what happened.
So the tire like pinched my arm.
Didn't
I
run
guess.
over his
Yeah.
arm completely, and it pinched his arm.
It was like it pinched my skin and then it like tore off all
Basically-
of my skin. I know, pretty awesome.
So if I kept driving, it probably would have been a broken arm. But
Yeah,
since
I
it
didn't
kinda
break
pinched-
anything. Yeah.
But like, it's really scary because I don't know. Now thinking back to that, it's really, really gross because I'm not even gonna say it. But like, what if it wasn't
But it was
his
that
arm?
gross.
Like you just don't know. Like it was very confusing. But yeah, it was gross. He had like
road rash all the way down here.
his arm was black. for,
Yeah,
like,
it got infected, and then
5
they told me
months.
I might have to cut my arm off if it didn't get better. So hearing that at like 12, 13 is pretty brutal. So don't mess around with moving cars because it's clearly a bad idea.
All right, another thing you guys may not know about Our Last Night. Me and Woody have been friends since we were about 6 years old. Maybe I was 5. Woody was 6 or something,
Yeah.
something like that.
I'm a little bit older, yeah.
Yeah, but I think we just moved to the town we were living in, and we were setting up our mailbox. And Woody and
it was
his
like 3 houses down. You guys were setting the mailbox up.
and me and I don't know. Woody and his mom were
Yeah.
were walking.
We
down
were just the
street.
friendly neighbors, just wanted to greet the newcomers to town. Just walk down and then
Love at first
love
sight.
at first sight right there. We just knew. We were just like, wow, we're totally going to start a band in like 8 years, and it's going to
Yeah,
be
we knew it.
awesome. And then we're just going
We
to
knew
tour
when we were
everywhere.
6. We were
It's going to be
like,
sick.
yeah, guitar.
Yeah.
Many years ago, even before I was in this band,
Yeah, I guess so. I think maybe
pretty
we
sure.
were playing with your band.
I
at
don't
the
even think
show,
my
or-
band was playing. I
Yeah.
think I was just there. Life in Your Way was headlining.
Yeah.
And, like the fool I am, somehow the like stage setup was like, it was in a town hall. And
So
it was
like they
set
had
up for, like, a
plays
play.
there. Yeah.
And so like if you're looking at the stage, it looked like the front of a house. And there was room between the actual back of the building and the stage front. And I was behind the stage front, and one of our friends' bands was playing, and just acting like a fool behind this like little plexiglass window. Cause I was like, oh, everybody can see me. This is funny.
I'm the man.
Accidentally ended up putting my face through said window.
Straight through, just
And
fake about to headbutt it, and then actually does it and
Yep.
just shatters the whole windshield.
And it was one of those situations where it was like an instant like, oh God. And then like glass in my hand, and I was like, oh wow. Whew. And then I'm just red everywhere, and when I pick my head up, I can't see out of this eye because it's my eyebrow is over my eye. It was pretty gnarly. It's pretty
Yeah,
gross.
it definitely was. So here's another gross scar story. Yeah, we got a
Yeah.
lot of those, I guess.
Me
Time
and Woody
we
have
already
some
knew.
serious childhood stories. We
Yeah.
caught snakes together.
Yeah, we did catch snakes.
Sounds kind of maybe.
Matt was the
weird,
fearless one,
but-
though. I mean, I was never afraid to just stick his hand in the water and grab, like, I don't know. It could have been a water moccasin. We don't know, but it bit you, and you're still here.
Yep.
So that's cool.
That was sketchy. Snake like that long, like
Yeah.
that thick. Just when you're a kid, you just like see it in like a river. You just I got a snake.
Yeah.
It bites you. You just don't care for some reason when you're like 12.
Yeah.
That was cool.
When we first started touring, it's got to be our first
It
tour
was,
ever.
yeah.
So I was probably 12 years old, maybe 13. We were in like,
13 going on 14.
or
I
maybe
would
in
say.
like Florida or
No, it
Georgia.
was like
Was it even weird?
Kansas.
Kansas. Okay, even
Yeah.
weirder, I guess.
Middle of nowhere, Kansas. We stop at a gas station, we're touring in a conversion van at the time. This tiny little gas station. We're in there. Some dude comes walking up to Trevor and is like, yo, man, like, I run an escort service. Like, I'd love to get him in here to, like...
And I honestly, at 12, I'm like,
whatever.
I don't even know what that means, so I think I'm good, dude. But...
So, like, they basically rush him out of the gas station, and, like, we're pumping gas, and we're sitting in the van, and, like, yo, this just happened. Like, we got to get out of here.
Pretty
and then
weird.
we see him come walking out, and one of our friends is like, yo, that's him. That's the guy. And he comes walking over to the van, and he just literally just, like, on the driver's side window.
Pretty
just, like,
much
hanging
inside.
out,
He's, like, looking into our vans.
What y'all doing
you know?
in here? Like, I ain't never seen nothing like that before. He's got, like, faux hawk with, like, dyed hair and, like, looking all crazy and whatnot. And he's like, man, I ain't never seen nothing like that before. Like, fucking 666, like, hail Satan, whatever. Like, I need to get him in there. And
We're like, no.
very shortly after, he was greeted by a few police officers, and we watched him get arrested,
So
and we left.
I think what happened is the person who worked at the gas station like overheard the whole conversation and then instantly called the cops while he was like in our van, pretty much.
Yeah.
So yeah, that being your first tour and experiencing that, you're like, is this really what it's gonna be like? Interesting, interesting out there. So yeah, that happened.
That definitely happened.
Yeah.
Well, I got one for you that not a lot of people know. I don't tell a lot of people this. Here and there, if someone asks me, I bring it up, but I'm part of the longest existing fraternity in the world. It's called Freemasonry, and there's a lot of conspiracy theories with that, and I'd like to elaborate, but if I told you, I'd have to kill you. So I'm just gonna leave it at the conspiracies. You know, don't believe everything that you read. Maybe ask somebody about it. And then just know
what
that
I hear, it just seems like a group of good guys that have each other's backs.
and that's it.
That's
You
all
do,
I know
you
about
take,
it. That's all Woody can tell me, so I
it's
don't know.
pretty much, on a nutshell, it's about taking good people and making them great. And so if you want to talk to anybody about it, ask me. But nobody really knows that, at least not too many people I know that about me, at
That is
least
a
at
good
shows
motto.
and things.
Make good people great.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. It's like people find out that my real name's actually Alex. There's another one for you.
That's a good one.
Some people
Woody's
know me
name
for
is
like,
Alex.
some people know me for like 10 years, and then they're like, wait a minute, your real name's Alex? And I'm like, oh shit.
It's only if you're mad at him, though.
Yeah.
Alex.
Alexander John. Yeah, one of those. But like a lot of people though, because Woody is just the name that everyone calls me, because it's a nickname I got in 3rd grade and it stuck. We were playing some game. Oh, what was the game we were playing?
Probably just playing like wiffle ball with whatever we could find. I think we were like playing baseball.
Okay, yeah. So we had like one of those like plastic bowling ball sets where like the bowling ball is like an orange bowling ball. I'll never forget the color of it. It was about like this big, I'd say.
Like a hollow plastic.
Hollow
one.
plastic one, a little bigger than a softball, I'd say. And we were playing like softball.
I won.
Yeah, Matt won clearly.
win.
He's
The
the best.
game,
He was the
whatever the
best at
game
everything
was.
growing up, always. And so he won. And then I was,
Very mad.
I didn't have
'cause when you're a
control
little
over my
kid-
emotions, I got a little frustrated, and without thinking, I just like grabbed the ball and just hucked it as hard as I could. And like I didn't really think, but like I'd say it was probably like
There's a tree probably 15 feet away.
yeah, it's like 10, 15 feet. I mean, I got like a crow hop in there and hucked the thing, and it didn't look. And I just was like, screw this, I chucked it. And then
With
the
bark, like
with bark, I
random
mean,
bark on the tree.
yeah, we're not talking like flat. We're talking like the thing
Hit
was
the tree, came straight back,
straight
and slammed Woody in the
Right-
face.
right in the face.
And then he was on the
Yeah.
ground. It was like a serious.
So I
strike
definitely
to the
was
face.
crying, but it was like a crying laughing because I was like, it hurt so bad I was crying. But then I knew how funny it must have looked from somebody else's perspective to see somebody in their frustration huck a plastic ball as hard as they can, and then just karma just return it immediately right back in my dome. And then I just like, I like crumbled to the ground kind of. So that must have just added to the visual.
Very
But
awkward for me.
Very
So
awkward for
when
Matt.
when you're a little kid, it's awkward when you beat your friend at something.
Yeah.
Because then you're like, should I like cheer? He's kind of pissed off. So should I like kind of just chill here? Be like,
Awkward. I'd say probably one of the most awkward I've ever felt around Matt was when like I would occasionally win in video games.
Yeah.
And like sometimes the N64 controllers would
classic.
break. Like they wouldn't work after that. There'd be a lot of smashing. Sega.
That's
there was
a funny
a lot of
situation.
Dreamcast.
Beating your friend at something and they're pissed off and you're like,
But like you're still
weird.
friends at least, but like not for like a couple minutes.
Another story that some people know, but most people do not, which surprises me to this day.
It's
I was-
honestly the best story. too. Yeah.
I was on Judge Judy in 2007. Basically, far before this date, I ended up knocking out one of my friend's teeth at a show. And my parents, being the saints they are, took out a credit card and like opened up our house to him, like let him stay with us for free, and like we'll cover. They paid for all his dental work, and we're like, you can pay us back over time. There's no payments on this credit card for like a year and a half or something like that. And like, you know, he signed a thing, was like, yeah, sure, of course. And like eventually it got to a point where it was like maybe something was getting paid. I don't know the full extent of it, but like my mom, being my mom, was like, yeah, like, you know, like we don't want to have to take this to real court. Like, you guys are friends, and
so we're going to
and
Judge
we're gonna
Judy.
lose, like, we would just end up losing money, and it would cost so much more. Like, how do you feel about Judge Judy? In a text, and I was like, I don't want anything to do with that. And she was like, oh, well, I emailed the show, and they got back to me right away. We're gonna be on it on your birthday.
And we happened to be recording in LA, like one of our first records, I guess, with Epitaph.
Yeah.
And like it worked out perfect. We were there on his birthday, so she flew out, and then we had like just like a writing day or something. And he went just straight to do this Judge Judy thing.
Yeah, I went to Judge Judy.
So that is pretty epic. It's somewhere on YouTube. We have found it. So
It's
you just gotta
somewhere.
search hard, and it is the best thing I've ever seen on TV.
See me in a polo shirt.
Talking about
far too
talking
small.
about moshing with Judge Judy, pretty
Yeah.
much.